As construction in Minnesota approaches its seasoned end, crews working on the Lindau Lane grade separation project on the north side of the Mall of America hit a milestone. The completion of the walls along either side of Lindau Lane has ushered in the beginning of bridge deck work. However, before the concrete comes the reinforcement known as steel rebar.
That's an epoxy-coated bar so that it doesn't rust in the Minnesota winters when it's exposed to salt. And that is to provide some extra strength to the bridge. Concrete alone wouldn't build a durable enough bridge, so we need both steel reinforcement and concrete to make a long-lasting bridge.
Once the steel rebar is installed, a fleet of concrete trucks can be found waiting in the wings.
We'll be driving each truck down into the hole where they meet the pumper truck, where they pump the concrete back up into the bridge deck form.
Before entering the hole, the contents of each and every truck undergoes testing.
Because the concrete is so critical on this bridge, we're testing each load for both what we call slump and for air. Slump is how much the concrete can stand up by itself. And depending on what type of construction you're doing, you want either a higher or a lower slump. It's sort of like the difference between cake batter and cookie dough batter, depending on what you're making. If you want cookies, you want your dough to be a little stiffer. If you're making a cake, it's okay for it to flow into the cake pan. So similarly with our concrete, we're building a bridge, so we want it to be more on the cake side, not quite cookie side. Given that we're in Minnesota and we have winters, you want your concrete to have some air inside of it so that it can withstand the freeze thaw and the salt and the environmental conditions in which we're placing it. So we want our concrete to have a certain percentage of air.
It will take 6 total pours on 6 different days to complete the 140 by 170 foot bridge. When completed in the fall of 2014, traffic along Lindau Lane will travel freely 20 feet below grade, with the bridge deck becoming a beautiful landscaped public pedestrian plaza. All of these changes will, of course, ultimately accommodate the expansion of the nation's largest shopping mall, which plans to double in size by late 2015.